4th and 4. Have to get to the 41-yard line. Tender throws it to Omari Thomas. Thomas will get to the 36. First down, Silk City. And tick, 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 tick. The clock continuing to run here in Asbury Park. 3:45 and counting. Wingo out for Ward. Wingo wanting to be out there for those clutch minutes. Fresh set of downs, and the Animals have to stay focused. They can't go on cruise control, but are looking to try to walk and wind this down as they have control of the clock. As the U with no timeouts can only use the 2-minute warning to save them. Omari Thomas stopped at the line, and it will be 2nd down. A little bit of miscommunication there between Tender and the offensive line. I don't think they were on the same page. And who would have thought the last game of the regular season would have been the best one? Well, I would have when I saw the schedule. I didn't think it would break the way it did. But instead of a 2023-like situation where three teams had wins over each other, the Animals looking to end this season undefeated. Tender underneath to Kwani Morgan. Kwani Morgan down the sideline. Kwani Morgan to the 25-20, and he will stop himself with 2:23 left to go. Willie Easterling with the tackle on 2nd and 11. They turn it into 1st and 10. And now Nick Mays wanting to get on that field. As Tender on the replay, we see it to Morgan. That was a dangerous play, but Kwani Morgan broke loose and found the opening. And he realized, we need the clock to keep running to get to the 2-minute warning. Slowed it down, now it's 1st and 10. As it's the final 2 minutes of this game, and in the A7FL, the final 2 minutes can either take forever or it can take a few moments. We'll wrap this one up and figure out who's going undefeated, or the U going to get the 1 seed. We'll find out after this. Clock, but not in control of the scoreboard. Paterson U have no timeouts and are facing a fresh set of downs for their defense. The handoff to Omari Thomas. Omari Thomas ankle picked at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 9 after the stop by number 15. I believe that was Brian Bean on the stop. Gain of 1. Talking things over with the official. 95 seconds left to go. the A7FL, so they can't tie it with a kick. The only way this game is going to get resolved is either with a stop or a score. Minute 20 now. Tender underneath that's over to smooth Kyle Ward, and Kyle Ward will get a fresh set of downs, and the clock will stop with a minute 16. Pardon me, it won't get a fresh set of downs. It'll be third and 1. The clock will stop. The Animals will not run a timeout. David Tender saying run the clock, but the clock cannot run because it was a play that got pulled out of bounds. The snap, Tender pushes the pile, first down. Minute 12 and counting, the clock continuing to run. It'll be first and goal for the Animals. Tender furious at his sideline. They call a timeout. First charge timeout of the half. I don't think Tender wanted that timeout. They wanted to deny any chance of the clock running. Omari Thomas out for Kwani Morgan. Of course, you're going to get uncensored commentary during the playoffs. We'll be with you next week at 4 o'clock, and hopefully we'll be with you for all the big games in the playoffs. Even if we don't get the feed, we'll find a way. Legally, of course, legally. Minute 4 left to go, 39-36 after the timeout. Tender continuing to have some frustrations with his sideline. It's first and goal from the 9, not first and 10. Only thing that can save the Animal. No, these are the final 4 downs for the Animals on offense, and Kwani Morgan loses a yard, and it will be second down, but the clock will stop. And Kwani Morgan gets pulled by David Tender, as it seems like the U defense has Kwani's number right now, as he can't find a way to break out. Omari Thomas back in. More frustration and confusion. And it will be, they lost 2 on the play, so it'll be second and goal from the 11. Tender has 3 more downs in 59 seconds along with 2 timeouts. He's got Wingo and Kyle Ward at the top and bottom of your screens. Omari Thomas set up to the right. Tender throws it. Wingo can't get there. Huff on the stop, and it will be third down, and the clock will stop again on the incompletion. And Wingo will be sent to the sideline as the frustration mounting here. The Animals wanting to score and close the door have only 2 chances left. They need to score here. There is no chance for a first down. There's no other chance for them to keep this game alive. They need to score in the next 2 plays. Omari Thomas in motion. David Tender throws it and gets intercepted by Huff! Intercepted by Quantrell Huffin at the 1-yard line! Quantrell Huffin, with 44 seconds left to go and no timeouts, has given himself and the Paterson U a chance to lock this game in! Holy shit! What a stop by Quantrell Huffin! The Animals couldn't close the door. The Animals couldn't shut the door. And right here, right now, it has broken down. We take a look at the replay. Tender. And that is just right into the hands of Huff. And wow. Wow! The MVP might as well be Quattrell Huffin.
What do you think of when you think of Memorial Day? But the real question is, how does Nobody Beats the Wiz turn your Memorial Day into a party? Anything else? Now you know.
Oh, when you think you're ready, go down to Crazy Eddie, the man who's got most everything. His stereo sound, his audio selection, Wally with your perfection. He's the man with all the lowest prices around. So come on down and put him to the test. See whose prices really are the best. Who fix you up with the sound to fit your place and guarantee a smile upon your face. Oh, when you think you're ready, go down to Crazy Eddie, the man who's got most everything. His stereo sound.
And so the story's told across the whole wide world. Crazy Eddie will not ever be undersold.
Need a new stereo, color TV, CB? Call 645-1196 for the most ridiculous prices ever during Crazy Eddie's Christmas sale. In August?
Today is the day the football begins to matter in the A7FL. While you could and should make the argument that the 5 preceding weeks were important because the wins in the Eastern Conference mattered more than ever, as no team would be able to walk away without a crooked number in the loss column heading into the playoffs. No one would have predicted that the Lexington Phantoms would have walked off the same Paterson U team that beat the defending national champion Trenton BIC and highest scoring offense in the league in the Silk City Animals. That's where we find ourselves in the East. But out west, the Hunters found themselves below any matter of a high water mark and crashed out along the Proud Highway. Now the 3 remaining clubs need to sort out the seeding to maybe, big emphasis on maybe, see the top 2 East seeds in the Final 4. Those situations and stories can wait, but our 2 games today cannot. For the Trenton BIC, the 2026 season did not start the way they intended, starting their road to attempt their first ever back-to-back national championship with a shocking loss to the Paterson U. The BIC would bounce back with wins over the Renegades and Lexington Phantoms. Then in week 4, the Silk City Animals would knock the BIC off their blocks early and create a mountain too steep for Sterry Codrington, Ashante Worthy, and the rest to climb back up from, bringing them to the 500 mark deeper in a season than it had been for the last 5 years. But now, after lighting the lamp with their highest scoring effort of the season on the road in Week 5, the team with the toughest schedule in the league now stands against the team they trounced just 7 days ago. Is this a fait accompli for the BIC? Or will the Virginia Heathens find the real dose of real talk and find a way to shock the world, stop a super team from reaching their final form, and move on to a battle with the Paterson U? We find out now as the A7FL playoffs continue on the Creative Sports Network.
Tell me to stop, my town, my crown. We know what it takes to be reaching the top. We're reaching the top. We're reaching the top. We know what it takes to be reaching the top. My time, my time. None of you people can tell me to stop. My town, my crown. We know what it takes to be reaching the top. We're reaching the top. We're reaching the top. We know what it takes to be reaching the top. Roll the lights down. Hands over my crown. Hands over my heart. I do this for my town. I do this for my crowd. So tell me you're real loud. My time, my time. None of you can tell me to stop. Turning the track up. I'll never go back down. Hands over my heart. I do this for my town. I do this for my crowd. So tell me you're real loud. My time, my time. None of you can tell me to stop.
We are back at it. It is time for the A7FL playoffs to continue here on the Creator Sports Network. I'm Matt Ryan, and we're getting you locked and loaded for all the action this afternoon in the Trenton BIC. We'll take on the Virginia Heathens here on CSN. If you missed our first game, well, you missed an interesting showdown to say the least, as it was the Lexington Phantoms getting the win, getting their first playoff win over the East Orange Renegades, as it was a big day for fans of the A7FL, as we see the Virginia Heathens making their way to the A7FL playoffs. I spoke with Anthony Tolliver, the owner of the Lexington Phantoms, following the game, and he said lightning struck twice. Can it strike the third time? We are going to find out as the A7FL playoffs continue here, live, free, and uncensored on the Creator Sports Network. I am Matt Ryan, and I cannot forget to say thank you. And just do me a slight favor and subscribe. Nobody beats the whiz, and nobody can beat the action and coverage here on the Creator Sports Network. Thank you to John Webster for joining us, and thank all of you for joining us here on CSN as the action is live. We see the BIC and the Heathens squaring off to move on. If the BIC win, it's a showdown with the Silk City Animals. If the Heathens win, they play the Paterson U. Lenny Manziel, a.k.a. Lenny Hedrick, has been behind center for the Heathens the majority of this season. And looks to lead the upset today as we bring you the A7FL playoffs. And there are some weapons on this team. We've seen some big plays from Marcel Nelson, a.k.a. Marty Marcel, a.k.a. the Deep Voice. They have Cal Bone, they have Keith Salmon Jr., who had a pretty good game against the BIC, got himself a pick, got himself a tud. But will that be enough to beat the bona fide Monstars, the roster for this BIC team that I printed out before we went live this afternoon? Saeed Blacknall, H3 Frazier, Alex Verardi back in the lineup. And those Florida boys, Mark Bagway and Deontay Henderson, are back with the BIC. But folks, that's not all, as Logo Davis has made his BIC roster debut. Ryan Burrows, a.k.a. Captain America, put forth one hell of an effort this season, but will he be there the same way Ashante Worthy and Sterry Codrington have been there every game, almost every snap this season on offense? They have carried the BIC, and for Sterry, he's been on almost every play on defense. You see how effective Ashante Worthy can be, an MVP caliber player. Him and Kason Campbell. Campbell not having the same kind of breakout season he did a year ago. But now, when the lights shine brightest in the A7FL, that is when these two have excelled, especially last year's A7FL championship. And Sterry, always calm under pressure. He has a litany of weapons he can go to, a litany of numbers he can dial up. And adding Logo Davis and Mark Bagway to that rotation is certainly going to be a dangerous one. Chap Dom in the chat, and we thank you for spending your Sunday with us as we are live on the Creator Sports Network as the action continues on a day of a Sunday that started out dreary, turned into a beautiful day in New Jersey. And folks, the action is rolling on. And the same day the Savannah Bananas play at Yankee Stadium, we return to the former home of the Yankees during spring training in the 1940s. It was all the way back then, I believe during World War II, where they hosted spring training up here. You see Ole Bell talking over with Momo. That's Steven Morales, a veteran of the A7FL. Bell winning his first A7FL championship 1 year ago on the BIC. Came close in 2019, came close a few seasons before that, came close in 2024. In round one of the Insomniacs battle with the BIC, the Insomniacs in action in Las Vegas tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Them and the Stealth run it back in a very tense game between two teams with a lot of bad blood. The Stealth falling to sick with it just a week ago. The Insomniacs' only loss of the season came at the hands of the Stealth following a controversial decision to not only suspend the game, but also call the game in favor of the Stealth. And it will be the Heathens starting off with the ball. Ashante Worthy throws it off for the defending champions. It is returned inside the 20. First tackler misses. Double coverage. That's Isaac Gomez and Ashante Worthy. Umar Lewis was in on the coverage. Both Bell brothers will make their way onto the field. BIC in their old school, traditional powder blue, baby blue uniforms with the black numbers, white piping. Morales in at quarterback. Number 24. That's Anthony Holbert. Timeout called by the BIC. They will take a timeout just under 30 seconds into the game as we see LJ Smith and Corey Hammond in soft focus, to put it mildly. See Kenny Stansberry in the velour silky talking things over with his team. And a shout out to Distance Zero in the chat. Shout out to Big Mo Ramadan. As it is 0-0 first play from scrimmage, as Morales will be in at quarterback, not Hedrick, not Burrows, not even John Gauze Jr. The snap, Morales in trouble. Morales throws this one to the sideline and almost intercepted by Q-Bell. Cal Bone out there as well on offense for the Heathens. Keith Salmon Jr. out there wearing number 44. Depth is an issue for one side of this team, one side of this game, as the Heathens go to what some would consider their fourth option at quarterback. Back set to the right. The handoff, and met immediately at the line of scrimmage, and that is a long journey back. 29, in on the tackle. And it will be third and 8. As options for the Heathens on offense, fairly limited. 3 on the line. Not a lot of heft there. Ole Bell talking things over. Isaac Negron playing nose tackle. The snap immediately pressured. Morales will roll out to his right, and he will be stopped after a gain of maybe 2 more. It'll be 4th and 6. As Sayer Hancock also in on the tackle. Codrington talking things over with Bell. Trey Baskerville also out there wearing number 15 today. Watch the pressure coming right off the rip as Bell and Baskerville sent him right into Sayer Hancock. Hancock going low, going for the wrap, and does enough to just throw Morales off his axis. And it will be a 4th down throw off, and that one will waver into the wind and will be called out by our officials at the 33-yard line. And this will be the first time today we see Sterry Codrington and the BIC offense make their way to the field. An up and down year for the BIC, and the season 3-2. Losses to both the Paterson U and Silk City Animals. Jason Sisson out there. And unstoppable Marky Gilly, number 56, a.k.a. Chum, and KWAC, Carno Wachter, will act as the line. Sisson, Campbell, and Worthy will be your wide receivers. Sisson wearing 88 because he's in fact a playmaker. And they will give a lot of distance for Campbell and Sisson. Codrington underneath cannot get there. The wind was a little too much on that ball. Not able to connect. It will be 2nd and 10. Taj Webster and Big Mo, two BIC vets who seemingly almost played today. Well, I'm glad you guys are here at the very least, despite being offered to play in today's game, or play in a game in general. But it will be with 11 and change left to go. The BIC trying to make some happen on 2nd down. Codrington, not a lot of time, but will find himself throwing that one, trying to get it to GT Williams. And the man who's called GT but moves like a Hellcat couldn't get the ball in time, and it will be 3rd down. It's been interesting as Trey Cohen comes back in for the BIC first time today on offense. Williams tried to pull out. They use that. They start with 3, and then they quickly fold into a 1.5 line, as either GT or KWAC will release and try to be that safety valve for Codrington. Worthy at the top of your screen, Campbell at the bottom. Cohen in the slot. Codrington will just keep this one. Sterry Codrington will get the first down and get called out of play at the 41. And that was what Keno Thomas was doing quite a bit. And so was Jaden Daniels. Well, Thomas way more than Daniels, as Thomas controlled the quarterback position for the majority of the Phantoms' win earlier today, just calling his own number and making it happen. Same thing happened when the Animals and the U played just a week ago. Big Mo. Yes, I do remember when I called you a Toyota. I'm not trying to start shit, Mo. I'm not trying to start shit. I love you guys. 3 on the line. Stephen Jones set up to the right of Codrington. They will hand it off to SJ, and Jones quickly shifts the hips and drives for a gain of 15 plus, and will get brought down at the 32. And it will be 1st and 10 for the BIC as they continue to set the pace this Sunday as the A7FL playoffs continue on the Creator Sports Network. Je suis Matt Ryan calling the action for you. Glad you're choosing us as your alternative this Sunday. Codrington will call his own number again, sends the secondary upfield, and Sterry Codrington, it's a one-on-one, and Codrington won't get caught by RTU. Real talk, that's a touchdown for the BIC. Sterry Codrington, someone who's never not an MVP caliber candidate, makes it happen with his legs. Don't forget how susceptible they are to just going for the pass. The BIC this year have not relied a lot on Codrington's legs. They make the Virginia Heathens pay for it. It's 6-0. Let's take a look again at the replay. Codrington called the playmaker for SJ, was making the call on the fly, and then just saw he had the matchup. Got the first down, stopped things down, made the quick change. Huss. RTU, you're not going to get me, pal. And it is 6-0. Codrington with Jones set up to his right. Worthy and Campbell as wide receivers. The snap, Codrington going for one from the 5, and that one falls into the hands of Kason Campbell. 7-0 is your score. Big Mo not happy with the defensive effort of the Virginia Heathens, but you should be satisfied with your shave. Support our sponsor, Harry's. That's right, support Harry's and get yourself a starter set for just as low as $5. Click the link in the description to learn more and to support more of our great sponsors. Let's take a look at the replay. Codrington had time and just found the opportunity, got it past 25. Kason's right there, puts his toes down, 10 toes down, 7 points on the board. The BIC with the lead early in the A7FL playoffs. It's a John Woo-ass day as it's time for the most exciting play in football. Today started dreary, but as the sun continues to poke out here on a Sunday afternoon, The BIC looking to shine and move on to the second round of the playoffs. Worthy will throw it on the 3-on-1. A bit of a wobbler, but that's caught and fumbled. Picked up by the returner at the 15. Now he's at the 20. He will be stopped at the 33. Worthy going low with Gomez and Sisson out there. It will be 7-0 BIC as Keith Salmon Jr., Morales, and this Heathens offense will return to the field for the second time today. Not necessarily what you would expect from the Virginia Heathens in terms of look on offense. Losing Charles Sharp Jr. earlier this year to a terrible injury, and our best to him and his young family as he recovers from that injury. But 7-0 is your score. On the Creator Sports Network, I am Matt Ryan. And it will be 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Morales with a running back set to his right. That's Nelson. Nelson immediately stopped and stifled. The ball almost comes out. Ashante Worthy, a.k.a. Mr. Football and Freehold, showing up and giving to the apartments an eviction notice. Baskerville and Bell also in on the tackle. Let's take a look again at the replay. The quick toss. Bell set the seam, and Worthy just shows up. Baskerville and Isaac Gomez just there for the fun of it. And that's the hell of it. 2nd and 13. 8:09 left to go in the first quarter. Heathens and BIC played a week ago. And the snap by Morales. Morales will keep it. He's immediately stopped and stifled by Baskerville and Isaac Negron. 2 defensive players of the year. 2 men who have held it in the last 3 seasons. It's come down to Negron and Baskerville, consolidating all that talent on defense. Morales had no hopes of getting off the blocks, tried to send the defense on their back foot. Nothing doing. It'll be 3rd and 12 after the loss. Deshaun Webster saying, woo, took that boy to 6 Flags. Has anybody else said the King to Ka's gone? Like, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but it's just like, it seemed like a cool thing to throw deep downfield. Morales tried to get it over to the wide receiver number 2, but nothing doing there. Mr. Nobody in on the stop. And it will be 4th down, as it looks like it will be a 3-on-1 throw-off for Morales and company. This Mother's Day, make sure you take care of the woman in your life, or just for anybody you want who likes to have some great art on their walls. 16 by 20 canvases just for $15.99 each. You can get them right now by signing up in our description. Support our sponsors. Support the Creator Sports Network. They're replacing the King to Ka with some sort of weird reverse roller coaster. See, the thing I hate about that is, like, I don't want things falling out of my pockets. Marcel Nelson looking to help run the pockets. Almost hit a bird. The bird was just chilling out. I don't know if that was an official, if that was a scout. Could have been a drone. Some people think birds aren't real because the world is on goddamn fire all the fucking time and nobody knows what real or fake anymore. This is very real, as we're live with you with the A7FL playoffs, free and uncensored on the Creator Sports Network. Do not adjust your screens or double take. That was just a random thing. And the bird got out of the way while the getting was good. It looked like Steven Morales had heat with that fucking bird. Did it shit on Momo's car? Like it could have. Man, it's either the birds or the spiders that will end up seizing control of Asbury Park Stadium. If you don't know about the window spiders, it's a good thing you don't know about the window spiders. 1st and 10 for the BIC. Jones set up to the right. Sisson in motion. And Jason Sisson will scream down the sideline and get the first down. Out of play near the 45 is the head of the Sisson squad in his return to the BIC. Talking that talk with number 25. Are you okay? And that is not a question I believe Lil One nor this Heathens defense can say yes to right now. I don't think that's a sentence they'll be able to reply to correctly or in the affirmative, as it will be 1st and 10 for the BIC. Je suis Matt Ryan calling all the action for you. Thank you for joining us on The Alternative. The throw by Codrington, and Kason Campbell catches it in stride, but the turf monster catches up to him, not before he gets across the 50 and gets another first down for Trenton, called down near the 40. Izzy Moreno tried to get in on that one. Let's take a look again at the replay. Codrington used that handoff, that fake on the play action, and just simple crossing right on through. And the speed, Kason's speed, he just could not keep the ground underneath him. Cartoon character level running from Kason Campbell. Did not fall off a cliff. This Heathens defense might, though. 1st and 10. Codrington throws this one to the end zone and could not get there. Could number 23. And it will be 2nd down. Dwan Williams will come back out there. Worthy also. Sisson will swap out. And that's Irvin back in for the BIC. It will be 2nd down. In motion is Campbell. Thrown underneath. That is to Dwan Williams. That ball's knocked out. Play's dead. They called the play dead and a flag on the field. As Dwan Williams tried to give it back in some sort of flag chicanery. But it's not. That 23 is Manny D. Oh, Manny's wearing 23. You know, I'd love for shit to be right. Take a look again at the replay as Dwan was. Get it. He's down. He's down. He's down. His elbow's down. And it will be 2nd and 10, 3:47 left to play. BIC called the timeout early on in the game. Dwan Williams making a decision that would come up on receipts when we used to do receipts. And folks, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It'd be so kind of you to do that. It's absolutely free. It takes you to do nothing. Just press the button, ring the notification bell, and know when we are live for the entire A7FL playoffs. As it will be 2nd down. Low boat set Batson. Oh, pardon me, 1st down after the penalty. Batson set up to the left of Codrington. Batson will keep it, and a little boat will ferry himself down the Atlantic coast inside the 10 and brought down, inside the 15, brought down at the 10. Another 1st down for the BIC. Seth Batson, a man who's bounced around from spot to spot, finds himself on the BIC. Quick offense. Codrington. BIC offense is trying to get off the blocks, and our lead official taking his time to set up the markers. We take a look at the handoff again to Batson. Great blocking from Gilly, and just found his way as Markai Gilly helps it happen. And it will be 1st and 10 from the 10-yard line. Under 3 minutes to play in our 1st quarter. Only 7-0. This is the BIC's 2nd drive. We've not seen Hedrick or Burrows. Don't know if they've made the trip. It will be 1st and 10. 2.5 left to go in our 1st quarter. Batson will get it again. And Seth Batson will find himself into the end zone. Carnell Wachter helping out. Touchdown, BIC. Little boat calls himself Seth Batson as he bats away the defense and finds himself in the end zone. And the BIC now up 13-0 with 2:22 left to go in our first quarter. Looks like the BIC will go for one. And they could not stop the rush on that. K-Wack giving number 4 a very well-intended, giving Delaney a very well-intended measuring. Codrington throws this one, and Campbell will make the catch. And the BIC add one more to the board as it is 14-0. The defending national champions in playoff form. A win gets them a rematch with the Animals. Codrington locking it into KK. 14-0 is your score. We'll take a
Get a stereo system, get a turntable, tape deck, amplifiers, speakers. Get them now, because Crazy Eddie can't be beat. With prices so low, he's practically giving it all away. Shop around, get the best prices you can find, then go to Crazy Eddie, and Crazy Eddie will beat him. Remember, Crazy Eddie guarantees you the largest selection, professionally staffed service centers, and the guaranteed lowest prices. Crazy Eddie, his prices are insane.
Sorry, there's no service on this line tomorrow? It's not my paper.
That's not New York Newsday.
Huh?
They have a subway reporter and a list of alternate routes to take.
Hey, Nick's won last night.
They also have the latest box scores.
Whoa, New Yorkers do major tax rebate.
Already got mine.
What?
Yeah, in here there's a list of names and a number to call.
Oh, yeah?
Wouldn't you like your own New York Newsday? It's easier to read that way.
For the best handle on New York, get New York Newsday. Truth, justice, and the...
Today, the food service industry is the nation's largest employer, creating a demand for skilled people to meet the need for qualified restaurant personnel. This is why the New York Restaurant School urges you to consider a career in food service. Train for a career that could offer you opportunity, advancement, and professional pride. Our training program is designed to help you learn faster and finish sooner. This could be the opportunity you've been looking for. To find out more, call the New York Restaurant School now and ask for our free brochure. Call 1-800-654-CHEF. That's 1-800-654-CHEF. Do it now.
We, Alice and Michael, have something for you. The Grand Prospect Hall.
Distinctly elegant yet affordable. Glamour and romance, illustrious weddings, fancy balls and banquets.
Have an affair here at prices that make sense. The grand entrance for brides and grooms.
We make your dreams come true.
The Grand Prospect Hall, minutes away in Brooklyn. 718-788-0777.
I'm Thurman Munson. We're coming on.
I'm Roy White, and we're coming on.
I'm Fritz Peterson. We're coming on.
I'm John Ellis, and we're coming on.
I'm Mel Stottlemyre. We're coming on.
I'm Bobby Mercer. We're coming on.
I'm Ralph Howe, and they better come on.
We're coming on.
Back with the action, 3-on-1 throw-off. That is a live ball, and that one will go out of bounds, and the BIC will give an opportunity to a dead ball run, and the returner talking a fair amount of shit, and that is Lil One, and Lil One talking shit is like a bird being at Asbury Park Stadium. It's just a part of what it is. It's a part of the accoutrement, as it were. It'll be a dead ball return from the 25 after the throw from Worthy went out of play. Should give the Heathens their best field position of the afternoon. And Lil One will take this one with 2:22 left to go on a dead ball run, and he runs right into Isaac Gomez, and Gomez, the blonde bomber, has got hair like an 80s worker or a member of NSYNC. He's got the frosted tips and a tip for Lil One to take a lunch and pack a Isaac Gomez, baby Joker, ain't a baby no more. You see the legend Hirsch taking a look at the replay. And and little one loaded up. That was a dangerous game, and Gomez playing smart A7FL football, wrapping on the tackle. As we take a look at that replay about 3 to 4 times on the reset, and wait for it, loads, tick, tick, tick. He tries to throw his shoulder into him, knocks the gimmick off of the head of Gomez, and now the run on first down, all arms, all legs. Isaac Gomez in on the stop with Worthy. Got carried like he was in a pit at a fucking Modest Mouse show. Unsure of what the flag was, but 14-0. Chap Dom saying that's how you leverage. There was no leverage going to be given there. Baby Joker was ready for it. And flag on the BIC. Unsure for what, but it is going to be 1st and 10 for the BIC as they take on the Virginia Heathens here on the Creator Sports Network. Matt Ryan along with you on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. And I don't know if they have commentary at the moment. Seems like their commentary feed might be down. If so, yeah, they don't have commentary right now. That is interesting. Someone else check on that for me? 1st and 10, minute 26 left to go. Morales still in at quarterback. Codrington looking for a call, and, well, they called Trey Baskerville, and Baskerville does his dance and makes it with a big chance to stop them on first down. It'll be 2nd and an uncomfortable amount, a loss of about 5 or 6. It'll be 2nd and 16, a minute left to go. A grown man was in the air. He was just up there. Let's take a look again. Momo on the replay saying, brother, you don't have to do this. You don't have to. We can do something else. And Morales just up, and 26 tried to help. Easy tried to help, but nothing easy there as Trey Baskerville gets his first sack of the playoffs. It'll be 2nd and 15 with 34 seconds left to play here in our first quarter. The throw caught, and that will stop Ioannidis at the initial line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd, and actually they'll just give him 2 yards. So it'll be 3rd and 13 as we're at the 13-second mark here in our first quarter. And that may be all of our first frame. Matt Ryan here with you. Yeah, I don't think they have commentary over there. Their commentary is down, but at the end of the first quarter, your score, the BIC 14, the Heathens nothing. It's the A7FL playoffs right here on the Creator.
Get a stereo system, get a turntable, tape deck, amplifiers, speakers. Get them now, because Crazy Eddie can't be beat. With prices so low, he's practically giving it all away. Shop around, get the best prices you can find, then go to Crazy Eddie, and Crazy Eddie will beat him. Remember, Crazy Eddie guarantees you the largest selection, professionally staffed service centers, and the guaranteed lowest prices. Crazy Eddie, his prices are insane.
Sorry, there's no service on this line tomorrow? It's not my paper.
That's not New York Newsday.
Huh?
They have a subway reporter and a list of alternate routes to take.
Hey, Knicks won last night.
They also have the latest box scores.
Whoa, New Yorkers do major tax rebate.
Already got mine.
What?
Yeah, in here there's a list of names and a number to call.
Oh, yeah?
Wouldn't you like your own New York Newsday? It's easier to read that way.
For the best handle on New York, get New York Newsday. Truth, justice, and the...
Today, the food service industry is the nation's largest employer, creating a demand for skilled people to meet the need for qualified restaurant personnel. This is why the New York Restaurant School urges you to consider a career in food service. Train for a career that could offer you opportunity, advancement, and professional pride. Our training program is designed to help you learn faster and finish sooner. This could be the opportunity you've been looking for.
We're back with you here. Start of the second quarter. 3rd and 12 with the BIC in the lead. It's the A7FL playoffs on the Creator Sports Network. They have commentary back. Wonder how long they noticed that, or if it took one of us to remind them. But it will be 3rd and 12, over 15 seconds gone by. Marcel Nelson set up to the left of Morales. 2 wide receivers set. The pressure off rip. And that should be a flag on Sayer Hancock. He had his hands all over his body. Your body, my body. Tried to Keith Sweat the motherfucker. As it will be 1st and 10, and the Virginia Heathens getting new life after the I don't know you, that's not my purse defense by Sayer Hancock gives a fresh set of downs to the Heathens. And that will set them up on the 21-yard line. Matt Ryan here with you on the A7FL playoffs. And thank you, Ari. I'm honestly, if they didn't know, dog, whatever. Not like anything I'm going to say is going to matter a fuck to them. 1st and 10, 14 minutes remain in the first half. The snap, Morales in trouble, will get on his bicycle, and, well, he had 2 flat tires and the handlebar fell off, but a gain of 1. It'll be 2nd and 9. Morales saw his reflection in the snow-covered hills as the landslide brought him down. And with 13:37 left to go until halftime, I can have anything resembling a smoke break. It is the Greek Beast out there. Marcel Nelson rocking number 8, and the silveriest do-rag I've ever seen. Morales throws it underneath. That is over to Marcel Nelson, and Nelson will find himself into the end zone. Not looking for a silver medal, looking to come back and battle. Marcel Nelson heads to the apartments and takes it to the house. Touchdown, Virginia. Sayer Hancock with the Bobby Hill defense gave new life to Virginia and set them up for their first score of the afternoon, as it is a 1-score game. If Virginia can get, well, they're down by 8, so they need a touchdown and both conversions to tie, but puts them in the distance as there are more birds than humans in Asbury Park Stadium today. And that tire's been there since, I think, the first Obama administration. And Morales will run it in for the extra point. So with 13:05 left to go, that means that not only did the BIC get the ball back after the play, the get back is in play. Will the BIC find a way to get over and get under the chance to make the Virginia Heathens learn what it's like to fall to one of the best teams in the A7FL? Shout out to Ron Clerk watching along here on the A7FL, live and uncensored on the Creator Sports Network. Thank you to our sponsors, as they want you to get easy canvas prints. Get them for pieces of art you love, photos you love to take, or even some of the great angles by Ari. You can get them absolutely for good money. You get a 16 by 20 print for just $16. You can check in the info in our description. And also be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Number 26, copping a plea, but that don't mean nothing to me. It's 14-7. Je suis Matt Ryan, and this is the A7FL on the Creator Sports Network. Three-on-one throw-off. I miss you too, Ron Clark. Glad to hear from you, buddy. And it's time for the most exciting play in football. The get back is in play. And he has to get past the 20, and he does. Pulls. Oh, wow, what a play. Number 1, that's Umar Lewis. They call him Butter. Gets to the 35, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the defending national champions. 14-7 your score. Virginia started with the ball. Third drive of the afternoon for the BIC. Both previous drives have yielded a touchdown. One ran in by Sterry Codrington, the other one thrown. Ran in by Seth Batson. 2 rushing touchdowns on the day. Manny Diaz back in action after suffering an injury a couple of weeks back. Missed the first BIC Animals matchup. Looks to be in the lineup next week if it is there for Trenton if they pull off the win today. The handoff again to Batson. The ball comes loose and it ends up in the hands of the Heathens. And Seth Batson goes from Lil Boat to not quite the GOAT as Cal Bone picks up the ball. And Lil one happy about that one as the Heathens offense will quickly return to the field. Keith Salmon Jr. back out there. We take a look at the handoff again. And Cal Bone just got a hand in there and instinctively fell on the ball. So the BIC on their return to offense find themselves and trying to get a false start. And that's an offsides. The BIC defense, little too eager. Ole Bell trying to move a little too swiftly. Makes it 1st and 5. Bit of the announcer curse on that drive, saying BIC scored on a rushing play on both drives, and then they give up the ball. Wild scenario. Did not expect that to happen, but breathes new life into the Virginia Heathens. They're up 14-7. The Kentucky Phantoms won our first game of the afternoon, defeating the East Orange Renegades. The pressure, the screen pass. Sayer couldn't get there. A flag into the house. Touchdown. Will this one stand? We're going to see. There was a flag on the play, and it looks like this one is going to come back as it seemed to be holding RTU. And they wave off the penalty. Touchdown, Virginia. It's a 1-point game off of the one-play drive. That quick screen over to number 24. And Codrington could not get there. And Cal Bone seals it. What the flag? I don't know what the initial flag would have been. But then at that point, just a clear path to the sideline. And now it's a 1-point game. And now looking to take the lead. 1-point game. Can the Heathens have a 15-point turnaround? The throw on the one-on-one, and that one is incomplete. Could not haul it in inbounds. So the BIC hold on to a 1-point lead. After scoring on their first 2 drives, the BIC give up a fumble and allow Virginia to score 13 unanswered points. It's the second quarter. It's the BIC and the Heathens. It's the A7FL playoffs. Are the BIC going to let this one fall out of their hands? Matt Ryan here with you on the Creator Sports Network. It's time for the most exciting play in football, the 3-on-1 throw-off. And folks, it is an interesting time in the A7FL as Marcel Nelson will throw it off, and also the get-back is in play. If the BIC's returner is stopped behind the 20, that means that the Heathens would get the ball back on another turnover. That is returned. That's Ashante Worthy. Worthy will get past the 20. He will get past one defender. Has to get past Nelson, and he does. Ashante Worthy on a dead ball play will get to the 45 to the 41 and is brought down on the other side of the 50 after it took all 3 members of the Heathens, and Worthy down and a little verklempt as Sisson, Seth Batson, and Codrington come over to check on him alongside Trey Cohen. It looks like his ribs might have hurt from after that tackle. There's the high step. And Worthy, in his 6th season in the A7FL since joining the 2020 Salus tournament. And you can see how the wind might have got knocked out of him after that initial impact. Diaz back out there with Campbell. Markai Gilly, K-Wack, and G.T. Williams will make up the offensive line. Q Bell out there for the BIC. They'll put him in on the line. They'll utilize Williams as a semblance of a halfback. Campbell will keep it. Campbell will run down the sideline. Campbell will get brought down after might get him a first down. They will mark him a yard short. It'll be 2nd and 1. Campbell was looking for the lateral option as the flag style of offense has infiltrated a majority of this offense. Campbell will talk things over with Codrington. Diaz will set himself out wide at the bottom of your screen. Diaz wearing 23 today. Williams hitched on the right. Campbell in motion. He will get himself into the slot. Campbell over the middle. No, that will to the sideline. Codrington to Diaz, and that's a first down for the BIC. Will get called out at the 19-yard line. Taj Webster saying BIC playing games, man, no reason to have Umar running the football. Chapdom saying this is a much more interesting game than we would have given it credit for. And we see on the replay, yeah, the Heathens making the most out of opportunities. They played this team a week ago. It might not be the same team construction-wise, but Diaz covered by RTU. RTU will get credit for the tackle. He'll play Manny Diaz. He'll come off the field, pardon me. Campbell at the top of your screen. Codrington will run this one inside the 10. They'll mark him out near the 9, and the BIC will continue. They'll actually call him out at the 11. Call him out before that as he matriculates the ball downfield. This Codrington. First down for the BIC. Stephen Jones back in. Jones has been the key running back for a majority of this season since last year for the BIC, formerly of the Paterson U. Replaced the product of Trey Robinson. The throw towards the end zone, intercepted! Intercepted by the Heathens in the end zone! The Heathens again find a way to expose the BIC, playing not as focused as you would want them to be. What a stop by the Heathens. Another turnover on consecutive drives as Izzy gets the INT, and it will be the Heathens back with the ball. Just the Heathens have accidentally turned the tide. The BIC exposing their mistakes early. Not playing as locked in as you would want them to. The handoff on 1st and 10. They will stop them behind the line. Codrington out there along with the tackle. That was Bell and number 16 in on the stop. And it will be 2nd down. .748 and counting. Here on the Creator Sports Network, the BIC get the ball after the half. 7:37 and counting as you see here. Phantoms defeated the Renegades 45-13. The Stealth and the Insomniacs will play later today at 7 p.m. Eastern. Timeout called by Virginia, their first charge timeout of the half, down by 1. As the BIC started off hot as opposed to their last couple of weeks, but now in the second quarter on consecutive drives have given up the ball on a fumble from Seth Batson and a Sterry Codrington interception. They'll take a break. We'll take a break. Back in a moment.
Get a stereo system, get a turntable, tape deck, amplifiers, speakers. Get them now, because Crazy Eddie can't be beat. With prices so low, he's practically giving it all away. Shop around, get the best prices you can find, then go to Crazy Eddie, and Crazy Eddie will beat him. Remember, Crazy Eddie guarantees you the largest selection, professionally staffed service centers, and the guaranteed lowest prices. Crazy Eddie, his prices are insane.
Sorry, there's no service on this line tomorrow? It's not in my paper.
That's not New York Newsday.
Huh?
They have a subway reporter and a list of alternate routes to take.
Hey, Knicks won last night.
They also have the latest box scores.
Whoa, New Yorkers do major tax rebate.
Already got mine.
What?
Yeah, in here there's a list of names and a number to call.
Oh, yeah?
When you like your own New York Newsday, it's easier to read that way.
For the best handle on New York, get New York Newsday. Truth, justice, and the...
Today, the food service industry is the nation's largest employer, creating a demand for skilled people to meet the need for qualified restaurant personnel. This is why the New York Restaurant School urges you to consider a career in food service. Train for a career that could offer you opportunity, advancement, and professional pride. Our training program is designed to help you learn faster and finish sooner. This could be the opportunity you've been looking for. To find out more, call the New York Restaurant School now.
Back with the A7FL playoff, 2nd and 10. After the timeout called by Virginia. Watch the pressure coming from Worthy and Bell. The throw back to Nelson. Nelson buggy whips this one, intercepted down the sidelines. Slide in, slide out. Can he get across the Rubicon? No, sir. They will call him down at the 1. Intercepted by number 26. And to correct something I said before the break, it was not Seth Batson who carried that. It was Umar Butter-Lewis who made that fumble on the first turnover from the BIC. Number 26, Mr. Nobody, on the pick to give the BIC a return and a reprieve, their first takeaway of the afternoon. As they maintain their 1-point lead, Momo tossed it back to Nelson. Nelson immediately felt the pressure, tried to buggy whip this one, dies on a vine, caught inbounds by 26. And Mr. Nobody is certainly a somebody as he gets it inside the 5, and it'll be 1st and goal for the defending national champions. Jones set up to the right of Codrington, Worthy in motion, and the handoff to SJ. SJ will trot in there, touchdown, BIC. And they will get their 3rd rushing score of the afternoon. And the defending national champions increase their lead to 7 as they lead here this afternoon. Manny Diaz will join Campbell as the wide receiver options for the BIC. Got to imagine what happens if the Henderson, Davis, and Bagway come up next week. April's only son, Trey Cohen, back out there. He'll be at the top of your screen alongside Campbell and Diaz. 3 on the line. They'll go for 1 from the 5. Codrington will just run this one in himself. Goes 1-on-1. Heads on in there. It's 21-13. An 8-point lead for the BIC. And with 6:33 left to go, the BIC lead 21-13. And next week, if the BIC move on against the Animals, we're not going to need to do anything but hang out and wait and see what the hell happens. But if you need something to get you through the next 7 days, try some audiobooks. Get your first 3 free Upon sign-up, check the description. Sign up for free, cancel anytime. Get 3 free audiobooks on your friend Matt Ryan via the description in our video below. Je suis Matt Ryan, and this is the A7FL playoffs on the Creator Sports Network, as the action is coming to you live from Asbury Park and also from the house here on the Atlantic coast in New York City. 21-13 is your score. Stephen Jones, Seth Batson, and Sterry Codrington have ran into the end zone for the BIC. And a wild throw from Marcel Nelson and a run from Marcel Nelson helped set up for a throw from Morales and a rush from Marcel Nelson to the 13 points on the board for Virginia. Shante Worthy, who's been handling the throw-offs and some of the returns this afternoon, especially the last return that helped set up the BIC set up a BIC drive that would end up being torched by an interception by Codrington. He'll throw it off. And on a pop fly, that'll bounce. That's a live ball. That is a live ball, and it is a loose ball picked up by the BIC. Ashante Worthy threw it. Ashante Worthy ended up with it. It was a live ball that bounced past the 25, and that ball is live as soon as it hits the ground, and Lil One finds himself making a big mistake as the BIC will get the ball back with no time taken off the clock. Oof. Got caught up in the spotlight, ended up on that Summer Jam screen, and the BIC offense will make their way back as he threw that from behind the 35, and it had to reach the 25 on the fly, and it did. It bounced at the 20, and that's a live ball. Lil One miscalculated the bounce, didn't take enough time to try to track it down, and then as soon as he gets there, Baby Joker, sends Lil One off his axis, and Codrington will be back under center. Worthy, the man who threw and got the ball back for the BIC, is on the bottom of your screen, and he is wide open. Touchdown, BIC. And as quick as they found themselves at a 1-point lead instead of a 14-point lead, and Lil One gets head-topped as the BIC increased their lead 27-13. The frustration, and they will go for one from the 5, it seems. And Ashante Worthy, again, 4 on the line for the BIC. 2 wide receivers only, and Worthy had so much room, so much space. And number 25 asking, are you okay, Lil One? We got to ask the same question for you, dog, after 2 plays that have been not ideal for the Baltimore veteran. And Worthy on a beautiful day in Asbury Park, showing why he and Codrington are one of the best quarterback wide receiver duos we've seen in this league. It went from 1 from the 5, now it'll be 1 point from the 10. As in the A7FL, there is no free points, there is no kicking, there is no punching. There is no punting. There have been punches. There have been punching. Oh, I'm punchy. Haven't called 2 games in a while, so this is a bit of a difference. But it will be a 1-point attempt from the 5. Jones will be out there with Codrington. It will be 3 on the line. G.T. Williams, Markai Gilly, and K-Wack. Manny Diaz and Kason Campbell, the wide receivers. Play action. The throw to Jones, and Jones anticipated it was going to get there a little earlier than it did. And that will cost them 1 point, 27-13 is your score with 5:57 left to go in our first half. The BIC with the lead. Can they keep the momentum going? We'll find out on the other side of this. It's the Creator Sports Network. 3-on-1 throw-off time as the A7FL playoffs continue here on the Creator Sports Network. I'm Matt Ryan here with you as it has grown to be a beautiful day in Asbury Park and a beautiful day here on the Atlantic coast. And Ashante Worthy will give way to Kason Campbell throwing off the ball. And that is another live ball that bounces. The returner will hold on to it and get it this time. And that one will see Baby Joker lose his bucket. And a return by 24 and a flag on the play. As it will be 1st and 10 for Virginia. Matt Ryan here along with you on the A7FL playoffs. What will happen when the action is live and loud next week as the A7FL playoffs continue? It will be a wild time in Asbury Park the rest of the way. Unsure of what the playoffs will look like as we get deeper and deeper into them. But it will be 1st and 10 for the Virginia Heathens. The clock continuing to run. 5:54 left to play in our first half. Morales still in at quarterback. No word or reason why Burrows, Gauze, the snap to Marcel Nelson. Nelson catches it on the fly again. He's out of play. He was very much out of bounds. But he decided to still run. Ole Bell helping force him out. 1st and 10. The clock will continue to run with 5:20 left to go in our first half. .5:10 left to go. The clock continuing to tick down until our 2-minute warning. And Nelson had the opening. He stepped in the line. He lost his silky. So many do-rags lost. So many do-rags gone. 1st and 10. The snap. Morales was looking at his target the whole time. Got it over to number 2. Met immediately. The ball pops out, but they will call it dead. Baskerville in on the tackle. Got that one to Izzy. Is he going to get a first down? No, but it will be 2nd down. Worthy also in on that tackle. Ioannidis out there, the Greek beast. Someone who's played a fair amount for the in New Jersey over the past couple of seasons. It will be 2nd and 14 after the loss. Morales seeing as many as 5, looking for a flag with a BIC, but it will be incomplete. Bell on the swat. As Morales on 3rd down now. Looking to get back some of the magic they had on 2 of their last drives before giving it up to the BIC on an INT. So glad you're spending your Sunday with us on the Creator Sports Network. Morales will have Nelson set up to his right. 2 wide receivers, including Keith Salmon Jr. at the bottom of your screen. The pressure immediately. Morales intercepted off the hands of Bell. He gave away the church's money on a Sunday. Had the offering in his hands and the plate slipped out. Much like some fried chicken at the church picnic. And does his push-ups, as you should, sir, as you should. You had the church's money in your hand, and it will be 4th down. Does not necessarily affect anything, but Q Bell could have had a pick in the playoffs. But instead, it will be 4th and 14, and the Heathens will go for it in BIC territory. So 4th and 14. Ole Bell on defense, the pressure, the throw, the pass, and that one is off the hands of Worthy. Couldn't get the pick, but honestly, unless that was going to be 6, you can't really ask for any better field position. 2:19 left to play. The BIC may look to walk down the rest of this half before they get the ball and maybe increase their lead beyond 2 scores. Worthy will take a walk off the field alongside Mr. Nobody. And it will be 1st and 10 for Trenton. The defending national champions had 2 drives where they yielded no scores and had 2 turnovers. That allowed Virginia to make this at one point a 14-13 game. BIC matching their largest lead of the afternoon. That is a 2-minute warning. We'll be back after this.
I'm Thurman Munson. We're coming on.
I'm Roy White, and we're coming on.
I'm Fritz Peterson. We're coming on.
I'm John Ellis, and we're coming on.
I'm Mel Stottlemyre. We're coming on.
I'm Bobby Mercer. We're coming on.
I'm Ralph Howe, and they better come on.
We're coming on. Are you coming out?
I live in New Hampshire, but I love New York.
I live in North Carolina, but I love New York.
Call toll-free for our free 100-page vacation guide. It's filled with affordable vacation packages and ideas. Find out why outdoor lovers from the Carolinas to Canada love New York.
I live in Brooklyn, but I love New York.
You'll have a great time in New York City, east side of town, at the Hotel Seville. We do great cooking, honey. We'll treat you right.
We know you'll love your bill.
Remember, in New York City, Hotel Seville.
Your friendly home away from home.
Our friendly home away from home.
Madison Avenue and 29th Street. Call 532-4100.
You're invited to my son's 21st birthday party. Good food, good people. Our neighbor, Bonnie.
Am I weird? Nah.
A genius, son, Herschel.
Take human bites.
My honey, Lucille.
I'm not hungry. I'll just pick.
My son's friend from Harvard and his lovely
On
sister.
to you. Happy birthday.
And a guest of honor, my Ivy League son. It's going to be some party.
Gemini, on Broadway at the Little Theater. It's a smash.
Get a stereo system. Get a turntable, tape deck, amplifiers, speakers. Get them now, because Crazy Eddie can't be beat. With prices so low, he's practically giving it all away. Shop around, get the best prices you can find, then go to Crazy Eddie, and Crazy Eddie will beat him. Remember, Crazy Eddie guarantees you the largest selection, professionally staffed service centers, and the guaranteed lowest prices.
Back with the Creator Sports Network and the A7FL playoffs. 1st and 10 after the 2-minute warning is Sterry Codrington is on his bicycle. Sterry Codrington at the 50. Codrington now at the 40. Gets behind Manny Diaz, and at the 35 will find himself out of play. 8 seconds taken off the clock. Clock will stop because under 2 minutes when it's incomplete or the play goes out of bounds, the clock will stop in the A7FL. To John Webster saying these motherfuckers are allergic to interceptions. And yeah, it has been a tough day. The BIC one deflection away twice on that last drive from getting an into. And now, 1st and 10 on the 35-yard line. Codrington, 2 wide receivers set to your right. The throw on the screen to Manny Diaz. Diaz off the help from Kason Campbell. Manny Diaz can't scream into the end zone, but makes some headway. It will be pushing out of bounds. It'll be 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. Off the screen, Manny Diaz showing why he was a big pickup for the BIC offense. When he is healthy, when he is available, he is a scream machine. Down the sideline, whether off a screen or breaking the glass open on a deep ball. 4 on the line. Jones to the right. You see the screen again. Just the block on Lil one. And that release. Diaz had really nowhere else to go. Campbell the only wide receiver. Sterry will toss it back to Jones. Jones finds himself in a bit of trouble. Uses his footwork to help move the ball to the 1. They might call it the 2-yard line. It'll be second down with 93 seconds and counting here before the half. 27-13 your score. Matt Ryan calling the action for you on the Creator Sports Network. And as the clock continues to wind down, the BIC have had an up and down second quarter after starting off 14-0. Virginia off a fumble and a interception made this game 14-13. Since then, the BIC, off of a Lil One mistimed fumble recovery on a 3-on-1 throw-off, the BIC returning it for a fumble in motion. Can't get through the defender, and it'll be 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line after the carry. Jones will come back in. It'll be 35 seconds and counting. The BIC not able to punch it in just yet. Animals ran into similar problems in the last 59 seconds of their matchup against the Paterson U last week in our final game of the regular season. Jones will be set up to the left. Campbell alongside Diaz. This could be the last play of the half. Jones will go from end to end. Touchdown, BIC. And with 9 seconds left to go in our first half, the BIC get to over 30. It is 32-13. As the BIC's lead, 33-13, 20-point lead for the defending national champions, as Kevin Durant will not be playing in Game 4 for the Rockets against the Lakers. It may not be a fait accompli for the Rockets, but is it a fait accompli for the Virginia Heathens, now down by as much as 3 scores? Sterry going for 1 from the 5. Flag on the play. Nope, that one will keep going, and that one's out of reach of the receiver. The audio is a bit ahead of our video sent to us from the A7FL. You don't have to deal with that, but I do. And with 9 seconds left to go, it's a 20-point lead for the BIC. And time for the most exciting play in football, the 3-on-1 throw-off. And the clock will not run during the throw-off, which means that the Heathens have a chance to put 6 more on the board or give Morales an opportunity for some great field position. But with a turnover already on the 3-on-1 throw-off, it'll be easy for the return. As you see the BIC offensive line, BIC defense, including Ole Bell on the sideline. We remind you to subscribe, and if you need to help yourself look a little less wolfy, get yourself a Harry starter kit for as low as $5. Click the link in our description to get yourself a Harry starter set, so you can look as clean as Ole Bell does. Look at that shave. Look at what he's got going. Him and Richie Augusto both. They got some cleaned up beards. Do yourself the same. Go to Harry's right now in the link in our description. Matt Ryan here with you. The A7FL is live with you. And we take a look at the rod cam. Kason will throw this one off, and it will be a live ball that will bounce, and it'll be a dead ball play because it bounced before the 25-yard line. It'll be a dead ball run from the 25 for number 24. The man that's allegedly called Holbert. It's on the back of his jersey. Will be set to return. Ensconced in what looks like bubble wrap. The snap, and here comes the opportunity for the dead ball run. And that will get them to the 46-yard line. Solid positioning. Is easy on the return. Gives Virginia 9 seconds and about 46 yards to cut the lead down to 13. They've been able to make quick turn plays before, but that was against a BIC defense earlier in the second quarter that was a little lackadaisical. There you see LJ and Corey Hammond. I'm Matt Ryan calling the action for you here on the Creator Sports Network. So glad you are spending your afternoon with us. Morales off the screen. The throw from there, and that will see the receiver knocked out of play, and that will give them 3 more seconds. That was RTU on the reception. And this will be the last play of the half. 3 seconds remain. And Keith Salmon took the hit and kept on moving, as it will be. We see that screen again from Nelson. Nelson was behind the line of scrimmage so he could throw it, and then Keith Salmon Jr. getting whacked by Mr. Nobody. And yet again, Mr. Nobody is not a nobody making a play. And Keith Salmon talking a little bit of that. And a penalty on the Heathens might have been a delay of game. Oh, it's an illegal forward pass. So it seems like that was completely, they seemed like it was an illegal forward pass. Taking all the fun out of the game. But it'll be 1st and 15 after the penalty. As you see the birds circling, not vultures. Here in the A7FL playoffs, the wild card brought to you by all of our great sponsors. You can take a look at them in our description. Every purchase you make goes directly to supporting what we do here at the Creator Sports Network and the Intergalactic Sports Network. And another flag on the field. As conversation and consternation take over. Three seconds left. It'll be 1st and 15 after the penalty. Morales. And they will attempt then. They go for the double pass. Marcel Nelson in trouble. Baskerville gets after him. This one is thrown, caught, and a flag on the play. And Keith Salmon talking his shit to the BIC sideline. He has had himself some solid catches today. They're kind of immaterial and getting taken away by flags, and it will be one final play before the end of the half. It will give the Heathens one more chance at life as they went from Momo to Marcel to Keith Salmon. Let me take a look again at the replay. And the pressure from Baskerville, he was throwing him. He was hitting as he threw it. And we will take a look at our last play. Honest, we hope, we think, we feel, of our first half. And halftime, we'll take a brief timeout. Morales snaps the pressure. Morales will throw this one. Oh, and he can't haul it in. Codrington wanted the interception. Worthy wanted the interception, but Manny Diaz was there to grab it. It's halftime. We'll be back.
Move yourself
to the magic land. It's Astroland.
Astroland.
At Coney Island, feel the cyclone power.
Touch the sky.
Gotta move those feet.
Come on, take a ride.
Astroland. At Coney Island.
Ride them all you want at Astroland Park. Pay one price, $12.99 Monday through Sunday.
Now grab your friends and come on down and get whips and flips and twirls around. Move yourself
to the magic land. It's Astroland. At Coney Island.
At Plato's retreat, you can make your dreams come true. Fulfill your wildest fantasies, we've got them all for you. The pleasure and the fun will keep you feeling young. It's for you. It's for you.
Plato's Retreat, located in the Ansonia Hotel, is a unique club open to free-thinking adult couples. We offer a relaxing, no-pressure environment, complete with heated swimming pool and that great disco beat. Plato's may not be for everyone, but you won't know until you try it. For more information, call...
The pleasure and the fun will keep you feeling young. It's for you. It's for you. Plato's Retreat. It's for you. Come and see. It's for you.
Now it's the perfect time, and the season is just right. You can play all day and dance into the night. At beautiful Mount Airy Lodge, all you have to bring is your love of everything.
For reservations, phone 1-800-441-4410.
At beautiful Mount Airy Lodge, all you have to bring is your love of everything.
They taught us how to love. They taught us how to live. And now they're back. Monster Ballads. 35 powerful hits on 2 CDs and 2 cassettes. It's awesome! Whitesnake. Winger. Rush delivery available. Every bad boy has his soft side. Get Monster Ballads. To order, call the number on your screen. This 35-track collection is not sold in stores.
Get a stereo system. Get a turntable, tape deck, amplifiers, speakers. Get them now, because Crazy Eddie can't be beat. With prices so low, he's practically giving it all away. Shop around, get the best prices you can find, then go to Crazy Eddie, and Crazy Eddie will beat him. Remember, Crazy Eddie guarantees you the largest selection, professionally staffed service centers, and the guaranteed lowest prices. Crazy Eddie, his prices are insane.
Sorry, there's no service on this line tomorrow? It's not in my paper.
That's not New York Newsday.
Huh?
They have a subway reporter and a list of alternate routes to take.
Hey, Nick's won last night.
They also have the latest box scores.
Whoa, New Yorkers do major tax rebate.
Already got mine.
What?
Yeah, in here there's a list of names and a number to call.
Oh, yeah?
Wouldn't you like your own New York Newsday? It's easier to read that way.
For the best handle on New York, get New York Newsday. Truth, justice, and the...
Today, the food service industry is the nation's largest employer, creating a demand for skilled people to meet the need for qualified restaurant personnel. This is why the New York Restaurant School urges you to consider a career in food service. Train for a career that could offer you opportunity, advancement, and professional pride. Our training program is designed to help you learn faster and finish sooner. This could be the opportunity you've been looking for. To find out more, call the New York Restaurant School now and ask for our free brochure. Call 1-800-654-CHEF. That's 1-800-654-CHEF. Do it now.
We, Alice and Michael, have something for you. The Grand Prospect Hall.
Distinctly elegant yet affordable. Glamour and romance, illustrious weddings, fancy balls and banquets.
Have an affair here at prices that make sense. The grand entrance for brides and grooms.
We make your dreams come true.
The Grand Prospect Hall, minutes away in Brooklyn. 718-788-0777.
Get a stereo.
I'm Thurman Munson. We're coming on.
I'm Roy White, and we're coming on.
I'm Fritz Peterson. We're coming on.
I'm John Ellis, and we're coming on.
I'm Mel Stottlemyre. We're coming on.
I'm Bobby Mercer. We're coming on.
I'm Ralph Howe, and they better come on.
We're coming on. Are you coming out?
I live in a house.
Your score here on the A7FL playoffs live on the Creator Sports Network. Matt Ryan here with you. As you can see, it's a beautiful day in Asbury Park. Kind of day you get yourself a pecan blondie and enjoy the weather from Boosker Dew. God, I miss that place. I don't miss the travel to Asbury Park, but I do miss the snacks. So many places to get snacks there. Boosker Dew is my favorite though, because they have the pecan blondies and really good coffee. You need more of those places like that. I need more pecan blondies in my life. BIC will start with the ball. On the 3-on-1 throw-off. Throwing with the wind was Marcel Nelson. That is returned. The get back is a probability, but won't be used. He hit that motherfucker with the B button. And then does a little bit of a spin dash to get out of bounds. April's only son, Trey Cohen, wearing number 0. Is not a zero factor. Tried to zero out the defense, but it will be 1st and 10. You see Kenny Stansberry there along the sideline. Oh, had that man seated. What? How? Who? Come on, show me that shit again. Wait for it. Wee-hee! Yaha! Your princess is in another castle, my guy. It will be 1st and 10 for the BIC and GT Williams. You call him GT, but he's got a Hellcat for an engine. Gets it up, still standing, and somehow a flag is called. And we are robbed of a thick boy tutty by the football gods. And you see the throw. Hello. Wait for it. Again, this guy gets burned up on back-to-back plays. This time it's G.T. Williams. Whew. Unstoppable on the back of the jersey, and when you give him some open space, he certainly is unstoppable. Was it Sia who sang that song? I'm unstoppable today. Is that it? You see GT on the sidelines. On the rod cam. My man smoking a bogue. 1st and 20 after some form of penalty. As the garbage cart comes out, as it's not garbage time yet here in Asbury Park Stadium. Sterry over the middle, couldn't get it to Manny Diaz, and it will be 2nd down. Try to get it back to the initial line of scrimmage. And we go back to LJ Smith highlights for reasons I necessarily don't understand. He has that on hand. Like, he has that just ready and loaded to go. Thank the good Lord every day that I have the hair I have. And the hairline that I have. 2nd and 20. 2 wide receiver set. Stephen Jones breaks out of the box, gets the 1st down and more. Will go across the 50, brought down at the 41-yard line. And another huge run, over 20 yards for Stephen Jones on that carry. Hits him with a lot of cha-cha slide. There's someone trying to call. There is a Renegades in the UFL, right? Is there? That would be confusing. But Stephen Jones from the 21-yard line ran that one from the 25. Over 20 yards rushing on that play. Codrington underneath. Couldn't get it to Campbell. Will be 2nd down. Sterry has a wealth of weapons, and next week, if things go the way they expect them to, expect a wealth of more weapons coming up from the state of Florida. Codrington in trouble. Tries to get it to SJ. That is incomplete, and Codrington goes down hard, but will get right back up. Coming up at 7 o'clock Eastern will be the Insomniacs taking on the Silver State Stealth. Excuse me, pardon me. I did not mean to do that. I meant to hit my mute button there. Take too deep of a breath and came out with a burp. My bad. But next week it will be the number 1 seed taking on, ostensibly, whoever's the lower seed of the remaining teams. Right now it would be the Phantoms, who are the 4 seed. Codrington steps up. He will find himself out of trouble. He will get on his bicycle. He will get the 1st down and more. Sterry Codrington, 1-on-1, and will find himself out of play inside the 20-yard line near the 17, 1st and 10 for Trenton. BIC have taken back command and momentum of this game. Take a look again at the replay from Sterry. Found his way through. Caught around a defender. 10:07 and counting in our 3rd quarter. BIC lead 33-13. Looking to get to 39 and get back into the 40 club. Codrington thrown, caught, brought off the hands and couldn't pull it in. KK could not close the deal. And that defender who got caught up in the lights a couple of times on this drive. Makes a big play and makes it 2nd down. Take a look again at the replay. Codrington saw the pressure coming in off from Cal Bone on the edge. Got hit as he threw. And KK was not able to reel it in off the hands, and it was a bit of a bobble. After that, the 9-minute mark rapidly approaching in Asbury Park. 3-minute third quarter. 33-13 is your score. Codrington to the end zone. Tried to get it to to Trey Cohen, who was calling for a flag. It'll be 3rd down. The action rolls on here in Asbury Park as the BIC look to secure another victory over the Heathens, back-to-back weeks, and secure their spot next week, potentially against the Silk City Animals. The snap, the throw underneath. That is over to Manny Diaz. Manny Diaz will run into the end zone. Another touchdown for him. Touchdown BIC. Young man in his 3rd season, his first with the BIC, has not gone the way he would want it to due to injury. He has picked up a handful of touchdowns this year. Has become a valuable option alongside Worthy and Campbell. As Cal Bowen had to jump over the other defender to try to keep into it, and he might have hurt himself there. As Manny Diaz lights the lamp one more time for Trenton, makes it 39-13. The snap. Codrington for 1, and that one will not get there. So it will remain 39-13. The BIC in control, holding on to an emphatic lead. The Heathens had their chance to get back into the game and were knocking on the door, but ever since then have been shut out by Trenton on offense, defense, and special teams. This game is brought to you by our friends over at Canvas Prints. Check the bio right now. Check the link in our description to get 16 by 20 canvas prints just for $15.99. Head to our description and support all of our sponsors right here, right now, on the Creator Sports Network. Time for the most exciting play in football. The 3-on-1 throw-off. Matt Ryan here with you. It is the A7FL playoffs on the Creator Sports Network, and it will be Marcel Nelson, also known as To The Apartments, returning it now. And there you see Trey Cohen, who has been such an integral part of the BIC special teams for the past few seasons. Him and Jason Sisson were a cornerstone on the road to that 2022 national championship. Hard to imagine that 2022 national title game was 4 years ago. As a certain fat baby comes into the studio, it will be the BIC throwing the ball off. With a 39-13 lead, they were able to turn the ball over. The Heathens turned the ball over on a 3-on-1 throw-off earlier. Letting a live ball bounce out of their hands. Marcel Nelson will pick that one up at the 21. He immediately bounces a defender off of him. Mr. Nobody bounced off of To The Apartments. And Marcel Nelson trying to will himself past the 35. Brought down at the 36. And Nelson has been an important figure of keeping Virginia in this game on all aspects of the ball. But has to right now take a seat on the sideline as we take a look at the effort of Marcel Nelson pushing off that first defender, and then having April's only son and Dwan Williams help cinch up the defense, but it got an extra couple of yards out of it. On the screen, on first down, they will get shoved behind the line. The ball will pop out of bounds. Codrington and Q Bell in on the tackle. And Morales has done really an excellent job just trying to keep it together in spite of having not as many, if any, of the options they started the season with. They'll take a break. We'll take a break. Back in a sec.
Get a stereo system. Get a turntable, tape deck, amplifiers, speakers. Get them now, because Crazy Eddie can't be beat. With prices so low, he's practically giving it all away. Shop around. Get the best prices you can find. Then go to Crazy Eddie, and Crazy Eddie will beat him. Remember, Crazy Eddie guarantees you the largest selection, professionally staffed service centers, and the guaranteed lowest prices. Crazy Eddie, his prices are insane.
Sorry, there's no service on this line tomorrow? It's not in my paper.
That's not New York Newsday.
Huh?
They have a subway reporter and a list of alternate routes to take.
Hey, Knicks won last night.
They also have the latest box scores.
Whoa, New Yorkers do major tax rebate.
Already got mine.
What?
Yeah, in here there's a list of names and a number to call.
Oh, yeah?
Wouldn't you like your own New York Newsday? It's easier to read that way.
For the best handle on New York, get New York Newsday. Truth, justice, and the...
Today, the food service industry is the nation's largest employer, creating a demand for skilled people to meet the need for qualified restaurant personnel. This is why the New York Restaurant School urges you to consider a career in food service. Train for a career that could offer you opportunity, advancement, and professional pride. Our training program is designed to help you learn faster and finish sooner. This could be the opportunity you've been looking for. To find out more, call the New York Restaurant School now and ask for our free brochure. Call 1-800-654-CHEF. That's 1-800-654-CHEF. Do it now.
We, Alice and Michael, have something for you. The Grand Prospect Hall.
Distinctly elegant yet affordable. Glamour and romance, illustrious weddings, fancy balls, and banquets.
Have an affair here at prices that make sense. The grand entrance for brides and grooms.
We make your dreams come true.
The Grand Prospect Hall, minutes away in Brooklyn. 718-788-0777.
Matt Ryan back here with you. They're still in break, but we're here with you on the Creator Sports Network and the Intergalactic Sports Network. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and join us every single week. How's it going, everybody? Matt Ryan here with you. We'll be back to the action in just one moment. Thank you so much for riding with us, and Jeff Cannonball forever. Back with the action. Stephen Jones off the handoff. Jones, this is from the first quarter or this is from now? Jones on the carry as it is the third quarter, and we're back from that to a highlight. 7-11 left to go in the third. Someone's watching the UFL and the A7FL all at the same time and letting people know about it in their chat. They paid for that. You can watch it here for free. Baskerville gets after Morales. The ball comes out. Isaac Negron, that ball should be loose. And that should be a touchdown for the BIC unless it's not a sack fumble and just a sack. But Trey Baskerville getting another stop as Isaac Negron, the man known as Isaac, tried to get some points. But they will not give that to the former DPOY. Instead, it will be 3rd and 16. Let's take a look. Oh, pardon me, 3rd and 18. They'll readjust it. He lost an extra 2 yards. 6:17 left to go in our third quarter. Negron lamenting over that lost ball. RTU on the side for the ball. This return interception by Kason Campbell. Campbell gets the INT. Looked like he was about to throw the ball. Looking for a lateral partner. That's Ashante Worthy. Worthy off the pick, trying to make it 6 for Kason Campbell. Worthy will get out of play at the 9-yard line. And a wild and wacky play from the BIC offense, as Kason Campbell will finally secure a pick today. And Ashante Worthy will put them inside the red zone. It will be 1st and goal at the 10-yard line. Morales threw it right off and it was right off the hands of Ioannidis. And Ioannidis giving himself some agita on that one. Keith Salmon tried to seal it off. Ioannidis tried to get it some get back on a tackle, but not able to make it happen. And then you see Worthy calling for the ball from Campbell. And then the block set by Bell. Tried to set up the seam, but it will be 1st and goal for the defending national champions. Chapdom asking if we're starting to nail the coffin together. It does feel like the nails have been brought out, and last rites seem to be given in the final 20:06 of this game. Bringing the stack, the handoff, that's over to 24. And they try to get into the end zone. No, they'll be stopped at the 1-yard line. Carried by number 24. That's Seth Batson, a.k.a. Lil Boat. The Boat trying to ferry himself into the end zone one more time here today alongside Jones, Manny Diaz, and Sterry Codrington. Just watch Batson just able to slide right through the tacklers. And Batson, a guy who was highly regarded as a running back on other clubs, getting quality touches behind a quality offensive line. The BIC not having Dave Valley or Skylar Lash out today. We'll probably see them next week against the Animals. It'll be 2nd and goal. The handoff to Batson. Batson's got nothing but the end zone in front of him. Touchdown BIC. Makes it 45-13, a 32-point lead for the defending national champions. Not what you would want if you're a Virginia Heathens supporter, as with 4:03 left to go in just the 3rd period, things feel a bit out of reach for the team from Virginia, looking for not only their first win of the 2026 campaign, but their biggest win on Win or Go Home Sunday, as it feels like they will be joining the East Orange Renegades poolside next week. Next week in the A7FL, the Paterson U are set to face the Lexington Phantoms, and if the BIC hold on, they will be facing the Silk City Animals. That action will be live starting at 1 p.m. on the Creator Sports Network. Codrington to the end zone and gets it over to G.T. Williams. Makes it 46-13 as the Pat Ewing comes back again. Makes it a 33-point game for the defending national champions. And you got to wonder if that leaving that 13 on there is frustrating for the defending national champions, looking to keep a clean slate, but unable to here in the 3rd quarter. Their lead's 33-0. They'd rather it be 46-13. 46-0 instead of 46-13. But the defense and the special teams of the BIC looking to lock things in and move to face off another team they squared off with in the last month, the Silk City Animals. Got to wonder what David Tender, Quani Morgan, and company are thinking. They got the revenge win during the regular season, their first win ever over the Trenton BIC. You see Codrington and K-Wack talking things over. Talking about protection schemes or why K-Wack did that. Why did you do that, K-Wack? Why did you do that? Matt Ryan here with you on the Creator Sports Network. Dwan Williams almost hits a bird, and that is caught on the fly by Cal Bone, and Cal Bone is off to the races. Cal Bone is trying to get past the defenders and is brought down at the opposing 45. Caught that one on the fly. A bird almost died, but somehow, some way, Cal Bone keeps the thing moving for the Heathens. As it will be 1st and 10 for Morales and company, as they eye a 33-point deficit again against the defending national champions. And we see the return there from Cal Bone. And Mr. Nobody took a little while, had to use the jersey for a bit of leverage, but that's not illegal. As long as you're not horse collaring, you are okay. Back will be set to the right of Morales. The snap. Pressure. Off the heel and intercepted. He hit him with the bend it like Beckham. Some Pele bullshit and now a lateral. Kason Campbell ends up with the ball and they'll call it dead. What in the wide, wide world of sports was that shit? My man fucking kicked it. We finally see kicking affect the game in the A7FL in the dumbest damn way possible. Off the heel, in the hands. Little boat Seth Batson with the interception. Oh, sweet fucking Batman. Let's take a look at the replay again. Throws it off the back of the foot. Off of Q Bell's fucking tootsies. Off of the heel. Some heel level shit on that play. Oh, in case I'm like, come on, What the fuck was that? What the actual fuck was any of that? Oh, my Jesus. Oh, my sweet Jesus. It's got me sounding like an Irish widower. 2:53 left to go. The handoff from Codrington to 44, and that's Hirsch. Moving faster than I would at his age or my age. As Isaac Negron is out there on the offensive line, Zaire Hancock's on offense. We have entered Gong Show territory, everybody. Fourth quarter is going to be called by the unknown comic. .224 left to play in the BIC. Oh, pardon me, in the third quarter. As the BIC look to be the 50 boys once again. They will have Hirsch out there. It'll be 2nd and 12. Codrington will toss it to Jones. Jones will find the sideline, and Stephen Jones will scream downfield. He will get pushed out of play past the 45-yard line. Another first down for the defending national champions. As SJ daps up a member of the BIC sideline, and it will be 1st and 10. Jones will set out in the slot. Hirsch will set up behind Codrington. Hirsch set up to the left. No, now behind Codrington, 2 wide receivers at the bottom of your screen. The snap, and there's the handoff to Hirsch, and Hirsch will drive through and get back those 2 yards he lost on his initial carry. It'll be 2nd and 8 after the carry by Michael Walker. Once Hirsch is in the game, you might as well call for the hearse. As the BIC continue with their lead today. 46-13 left in our third frame. We got another 15 minutes of football. The snap, Codrington on his bicycle. It's Terry Codrington will make his way down the sideline and finds his way inside the 15, down at the 14. Had to do a bit of a forward roll and keep things moving for the defending national champions. And they will try to call, and this one might get called before we pay a full game. Hirsch will carry this one. Hirsch off the defense. Hirsch pushes through. Hirsch will gain about a yard, maybe two. Zaire Hancock gets the stop, gets Hirsch off the spot, and then we take a look at the replay from the 43. Three-quarters of football down, and Codrington sets the stage for a possibly anticlimactic fourth period. 15 minutes remain, 45 minutes gone by in this opening round of the A7FL playoffs. When we return, we will be bringing you the final frame, as much of it as possible. It's the A7FL playoffs.
Get a stereo system, get a turntable, tape deck, amplifiers, speakers. Get them now, because Crazy Eddie can't be beat. With prices so low, he's practically giving it all away. Shop around, get the best prices you can find, then go to Crazy Eddie, and Crazy Eddie will beat him. Remember, Crazy Eddie guarantees you the largest selection, professionally staffed service centers, and the guaranteed lowest prices. Crazy Eddie, his prices are insane.
Sorry, there's no service on this line tomorrow? It's not in my paper.
That's not New York News Day.
Huh?
They have a subway reporter and a list of alternate routes to take.
Hey, Nick's won last night.
They also have the latest box scores.
Whoa, New Yorkers do major tax rebate.
Already got mine.
What?
Yeah, in here there's a list of names and a number to call.
Oh, yeah?
Wouldn't you like your own New York News Day? It's easier to read that way.
For the best handle on New York, get New York Newsday. Truth, justice, and the...
Today, the food service industry is the nation's largest employer, creating a demand for skilled people to meet the need for qualified restaurant personnel. This is why the New York Restaurant School urges you to consider a career in food service. Train for a career that could offer you opportunity, advancement, and professional pride. Our training program is designed to help you learn faster and finish sooner. This could be the opportunity you've been looking for. To find out more, call the New York Restaurant School now and ask for our free brochure.
Matt Ryan back here with you, the start of our fourth quarter. Campbell out in place of Hancock. Worthy in at the top of your screen as Codrington makes an adjustment at 2nd and 11 after the carry by Walker to end our third quarter. Worthy in motion, the handoff, no play action. Codrington over the middle, touchdown, BIC. Zaire Hancock lights the lamp for the defending national champions as the 50 boys are back. 52-13, your score. The BIC, one of the highest scoring teams in the A7FL. Bounce back. At one point, we're up 14-0. Then it was 14-13. And since that point, it has become quite the gong show as the Heathens defense, much like Keith Salmon Jr., left wondering what had happened. A shout out to John Webster and everybody who's been riding with us in the chat all afternoon. Appreciate you and appreciate you guys hanging out with us while we play old commercials and watch some great football. And it'll be G.T. Williams and S.J. in the backfield. They will go for one from the 5, and G.T. Williams has that Hellcat engine, and he powers himself in there and emphatically stomps into the end zone. Makes it a 40-point lead in Asbury Park, as now we will enter running clock territory and might as well turn out the lights. The party's not over. But if you could get your coat and, maybe help clean up a little bit, put your stuff in the recycling, it would be greatly appreciated. Because I don't want to stay up all night doing fucking dishes. It's just, neighborly. Be neighborly. G.T. Williams stomps into the end zone. as it's now 53 to 13. And G.T. Williams pointed out to the people at home, and two members of the BIC defense out there on the special teams. It's a 40-point lead. 53 to 13 is your score in our fourth quarter. Matt Ryan here with you on the Creator Sports Network. Next week, it will be the BIC taking on the Animals, and it will be the Paterson U taking on the Lexington Phantoms. Unsure of what time those games will be, but as soon as we find out, you can learn it on the Intergalactic Sports Network's Instagram. You can follow us on Instagram at IG Sportsnet. That's IG Sportsnet on Instagram. Learn about when we are live, learn about our players of the week, and a whole lot more. All you got to do is hang out with us on the Creator Sports Network and the Intergalactic Sports Network. Juan Williams will throw it off for the BIC as the clock will continue to run. And that one's a loose ball. That's caught in the end zone. He's got to get out of there. He's got to go. He's got to move. And he finds himself carried at the 14-yard line, and it will be Stephen Jones getting the stop as the clock will wind down. Chap Tom saying, hell yeah, BIC win barbecue for dinner. I'll take some of that Stealth Insomniacs beef again. You can see that at 7 o'clock on the A7FL's YouTube channel. That game will be live over there. And Deshaun Webster, yeah, they had defensive players in there. Baskerville, Isaac, Sair, not even letting their full offensive complement try to finish off the game. But Worthy and Hancock will be out there on defense alongside Baskerville. You see Isaac Negron back out there as well. $11:09 left to go in this one. We'll ride with you until they call the game. The snap. Morales under pressure. Pushes down on him. And no man would ask for that. Isaac Negron. And number 16 in on the tackle. The man that is immortal. Helps get the stop. Let's take a look again on the replay. Pounces through, and him and Negron get the sack as Morales has had to fight through a lot of trouble. He is the fact that they had 13 on the board is a acknowledgement of the resolute effort put in by this team, and especially this man, Marcel Nelson. Someone who next season should get a lot of looks from a litany of teams. Even the BIC to add some depth to that offensive running game. They may not need it, but if there is a season next year and the Virginia Heathens aren't involved, Marcel Nelson could be the guy to help bolster any running game in this league. Because he brings one hell of an intensity and one hell of a voice to the game. He's got a deep voice, you see. 9:28 and counting. Clock will not stop at any point. I don't believe the clock will just stop. I don't think the clock will stop at all. It's 3rd and 9. The throw to the sideline. And that one was clear out of play. Mr. Nobody accidentally got in there. RTU was the intended wide receiver. And Manny Diaz just talking cash shit. Up 40. Like, we get it. We get it, Manny. Baby Joker's already in his street clothes. $8:47 left to go. As the BIC on 4th and 9 look to get another stop on defense. Baskerville coming off the edge. Morales, incomplete, attended again for Keith Salmon Jr., and the BIC will get the ball inside their own 15 as they will try to be the 60 boys for the first time this season. Wait, that was 4th down. Why is they didn't get the first? I'm confused. Did they make that catch? Was there a flag? Was that not 4th down? Do they just have unlimited chances to score now? Yeah, no, like what the fuck are they doing? Yeah, no, it's BIC ball. It is 1st and 10. I don't know. I guess Morales is now playing linebacker. Codrington, play action, throws this one, caught, and they get into the end zone. 59-13. Trey Baskerville with the touchdown. They leave the defense on the field for the offense, and Baskerville does his celebration dance for getting a touchdown instead of stopping a touchdown. As it is 59-13, Cal Bone trying to learn the dance moves from Trey Baskerville. And just a simple pitch and catch and walking that one in backwards. Not moonwalking, just regular walking. I don't know if you can moonwalk in cleats. And there we see Baskerville hit the Baskerville bop. As the BIC look to be the 60 boys one more time. They have not been able to do that this season. No team has scored 60 points yet in the 2026 A7FL season, so they'll be the first to cross that Rubicon. Several teams have scored 50 plus, but no one has yet to score 60 this year. We might see that in our second game tonight, depending upon our final game tonight. I'm not going to be there, but I'll be watching it. There'll be 3 on the line. They will go for 1 from the 5 to make it 60-13. A 47-point lead. And it is Markai Gilly throwing it to the end zone, and he got Manny Diaz caught it! Manny Diaz caught it! The lineman threw it to the wide receiver and scoops it from the ground to make it 60-13. As the BIC offense, with the help of the BIC defense on offense, score the most points in an A7FL game this season. Corey Hammond saying that's how you make your play for your guard. Yeah, when your guard is in a quarterback, you know that the game is pretty well in hand. The 60 boys are back, and they are on deck. 60-13 is not what you want if you are the Virginia Heathens, but if you need something to listen to on the long ride home, you can support our sponsors and get some free audiobooks. Try it now. Sign up in the link in our description and get 3 audiobooks for free. Sign up for free. Cancel anytime. You get 3 audiobooks for free if you support our sponsors. And also, if you need to clean up your shave, you can get a Harry starter kit for as low as $5. That's right, for as low as $5. Check the link in our description right now. Look good. Use Harry's. Matt Ryan here with you on the A7FL playoffs on the Creator Sports Network. We are winding down here in the final 3-11. No need to investigate 3-11, as this one has been a open and shut case almost from the opening bell. Virginia at one point was down by just 1 point in our second quarter. Ever since then, the BIC have denied Virginia any chance at the end zone. And that ball bounces out of play and out of the sideline. It has been a 46-0 run for the BIC since seeing the Heathens go from 14-0 to 14-13 In that time, it has been a 46-point swing for the BIC as they lead 60-13, leading by 47. The 60-piece is spicy, but the action will be spicier next week. Win or go home season sees our two biggest games of the year. The BIC and the Animals face off, and the U battle the Lexington Phantoms. Can the BIC and the U get revenge for losses during the regular season when they weren't possibly as fully loaded as they wanted to be? We'll find out next Sunday. Action starts on the Creator Sports Network at 1 p.m. Eastern. Let's see what Morales and company can pull off in 95 seconds. They won't be able to overcome the deficit, but they can put in some effort. And the ball maintained by the receiver, that's number 14, Ioannidis. As the Greek Beast helps keep things moving with a minute 13, a gain of 4. Morales snaps it. In trouble. Chased down by Negron and another defender. That's caught by Keith Salmon Jr. And you see Manny Diaz bigging up RTU after he makes the reception and looks dead long into our cameras. And shout out to the camera team today from the A7FL, doing a great job for the most part, keeping us in the action. Probably the best camera work we've seen all year. Just right into the man. Right, yep, that's one foot in. Morales throws to the sideline. That one's caught by 25, and that one will see it be a loss of yards, and it will be second down. Bit of a dog pile. And you see Keith Salmon taking a little bit of... He says he's a problem. Well, there's a bigger problem right now, Keith. You guys are getting your fucking barn doors blown off, bro. Like, get your shit in, but... Oof. And this one will be all over. The Trenton BIC walked in looking to show why they were one of the top teams in the Eastern Conference. They may not be the 1 seed, but they certainly played like a 1 seed today. After letting the Virginia Heathens get within 1 of the defending national champions, they would score 47 unanswered points since the second quarter to make your final score today. The BIC 16, the Virginia Heathens 13. This has been a presentation of the Creator Sports Network, the Intergalactic Sports Network, and brought to you because we love you. We will be live with you next week. It will be the BIC and the Animals running it back, and the U and the Heathens squaring off in the A7FL Eastern Final Four. Who moves 1 step closer to a natty? Who gets 1 step closer to revenge? We find out in 7 days' time. This has been the Creator Sports Network.